Let me tell you about what's going to happen in Russia. I mean, not Russia, in Alaska with Vladimir Putin. And this is real simple. You have two leaders right now at war with each other. One guy, Volodymyr Zelensky, as soon as the war ends, he loses power. A lot of people don't understand that Ukraine has literally been under a martial law since this war started, which gave Zelensky indefinite power, no elections. Zelensky ain't no different from Putin, man. Two birds of a feather. The only difference with Zelensky, he just don't have nuclear weapons. But if he did, you would see there's no difference between him and Putin. They're both authoritarian fucking tyrants. Both. But Zelensky knows that as soon as this war ends, because of what he's done to his people and to that country, he's out of power. I'm not in any kind of way blaming Zelensky for the war. Putin invaded Ukraine. It was wrong. As the leader of the country, Zelensky had to defend his country. But at a cost that has probably wiped out a generation of Ukrainian men. Husbands, fathers, brothers, cousins, uncles, grandfathers. A lot of people haven't seen all these old men fighting for Ukraine. Probably because they wanted to be honest. But there's a lot of people that they didn't want to go to the front lines, man. They knew it was a fucking meat grinder. And I'm trying to tell you, man, they wiped out a generation of Ukrainian men. We're not hearing the real numbers of people who've been killed during this war. And I don't think the Ukrainian people are gonna let that shit slide. I think the Ukrainian people would have been like, you know what? Enough. I mean, they are a proud people, I don't know. But what I do know is they're not down with all the death and all their men dying. And it will most likely be in vain at the end of the day. As far as Putin goes, listen, Putin can't go back having the oligarchs thinking he's soft. You understand that, right? If this plays out where Putin looks like he's soft, Putin's probably a dead man. So he can't go back to Russia without, making himself look like the victor. Which means he's gonna have to take certain parts of Ukraine to look like the victor. And if he can't get certain parts of Ukraine, this war ain't ending. And we're just gonna have to sanction the shit out of him until, we just choke him off. But nothing's gonna come of this meeting. Vladimir Putin's old school KGB, man. If you don't think Vladimir Putin is looking at this whole situation like, okay, even if I make a great deal with President Trump and I get some of the things I want out of this deal, President Trump's gonna get the Nobel Peace Prize. And it's gonna be because I helped him get it by ending this war, by propping him up on a world stage as the guy that ended the war, the guy who was able to rein in the old Soviet KGB tyrant, Vladimir Putin. You think Putin ain't calculating that shit? How great it's gonna make Trump look if he's able to end this war? Trump is a great negotiator. I'm hoping and praying he can get something taken care of. I don't see it happening. Unless he can make Putin look like a fucking, the greatest little tyrant in the fucking world. which I don't know how he's going to do that unless he gives Putin whatever the hell he wants. So I don't see too much coming out of this meeting. I hope I'm wrong, but I just don't see it right now.